I have a lot of business partners that I work with, and if they're not employed by me, it means I can't fire them, right? So if I can't fire them, how do I manage it? If you are an entrepreneur, which means you want to get into business, you are in business, you are pursuing the world of business, then there's a triad you need to think about when it comes to leadership. Now, the first part of this triad is being a self-leader. Now, being a self-leader is even more important when it comes to entrepreneurship, and I'll tell you why. You're going to ask people generally to do things in a bigger and a better way than what you would if they were employed in a normal corporate role for a large corporate company. You know, this kind of culture where it's clock in, clock off, pass the blame around, meetings upon meetings upon meetings, and a lot of lack of productivity in some of the larger corporations. And so this kind of self-leadership style that you need to possess is critical, because if you're going to ask people to go above and beyond and do some incredible stuff for you in your organization, one of the easiest ways to get a team to perform is to be leading by example wherever you may be. If you want to be all about fun, you need to be fun. If you want to be all about drive, energy, and happiness and joy, then you need to be those things. If you want to be all about winning at all costs and not taking no for, if you want to be, that's the kind of, you've got to think about the culture that you want to have in your business, because that is going to be reflected based on how you are as an individual and how you lead yourself. Now, that's the first part. The second part of the triad is a team leader and being a team leader. So being a team leader is you need to understand the best practices when it comes to having the right people, keeping the right people, managing the right people when they're in your organization. If you ever want to be a full-fledged business owner in the way that I teach, or an empire owner, which is multiple companies, then what you need to do is you need to learn how to manage other people. Do you know the best way to hire the right people? Are you firing the people that shouldn't be in your organization, or are you letting them stay around because you don't know how to fire them, therefore setting a bad example for the rest of your company? Are you looking at your team saying, who do I need to add to this cohort that I have now in my organization? Or, or am I just adding individual players in, or am I adding people that are going to win a championship? And finally, empire. How are you managing your empire? Do you know how to manage multiple businesses from a distance? Do you know how to manage things when you're not there? Knowing how to lead an empire is knowing how to lead multiple companies at once to get the productivity and the outcome that you want to have. So what I'm saying to you is that you can't just focus on how you manage your company. You can't just focus on how you manage yourself. You can't just focus on how you manage team members. The triad of leadership is where you have to step into your day saying, I need to manage every element of my day. I've got to manage the people, I've got to manage myself, and I've got to manage my organizations to be able to be effective and productive.